Hello there, everyone. This is Mr. D coming to you with stage 7 of the Pathfinder Honor AY for tie-dye. Has to do with mixing secondary colors, creating other colors, and so forth, which we learned about primary colors in 5. In stage 6, we learned about what these primary colors would produce, which is secondary colors. And then this one is stage 7, has to do with mixing the colors and the outcome. They all should be together, but this honor listed them separately. So I am displaying them to you separately, but trying to keep it in your mind that colors has to do with mixtures. And as long as we're using the right dye, which I am planning to, we would get a range of colors that we may like or we may not like. And the only way you get what you like is to try different colors. That is the name of the game. And you know, God was very creative when we created this world. So how creative can we be with colors that we create on garments? So if you haven't marked my subscribe button yet, please do so. And we're going to step into the arena with the software. And I have a little website, which I listed all of these under stage 7. And in the stage 7, which says my mixed secondary colors and what do you get, and a vibrant describe what you get verbally with the mixing of these two colors. This is being done in your Pathfinder club that are also in your group that's doing this, and making sure you understand the colors. And I start off with honor suggests that 2 secondary colors will produce a shade of brown. This comes from the script itself, but I found that there can be more than just a mixture of colors. Now, if you remember, I think it was that there's RGB and CYMK. Now, RGB, when it mixes everything, it came out to white, and CYMK came out to a darker color in the middle. These are 2 different kinds of visual, which we discussed in the last stage. Please make sure you kind of understand it. But you know, for this honor, I don't think it really matters as long as you have the ink to put on the fabric, because we want to just have fun here, you know? It's not something you're going to pass a class in or something. But I have a website here that says what happens if you mix these two sites. And if we click on there, you will see that it goes through and it tells you what happens when you mix secondary colors. This is a good one, because it tells you mixing of different arrangements, what you get. So if you were to read over this, you would have a better idea of what your colors are going to do for you when they mix. I think it's a great tool. I think we all should look at it before we do the creating. And it says here, when it comes to mixing colors, most people think that the colors red, blue, and yellow. But what happens when you mix a secondary colors, which are green, orange, and purple? Let's make a closer look at the secondary colors and what happens when they combine them. Secondary colors are created by mixing 2 primary colors. For example, if you mix the red with the yellow, you get an orange. If you mix a blue with a yellow, you get a green. And if you mix a red and blue, you get a purple. These will change by different colors. Now, I don't know the whole color scale, and I could sit here and try to teach you the whole, but that's not the purpose of this honor. This honor is to let you know how you can tie-dye something and have fun with it. You can be creative and do all kinds of crazy things. Now, since you know how to prepare the cloth and how to get it ready, like what kind of colors you're going to use, we haven't gotten yet to how to tie it all up in the little bundles and all that kind of good stuff, which I think is coming up in our next stage, which I really look forward to. So it says here, I have a link on the internet to a browser with different information about secondary colors. Feel free to go in there, browse around, and I followed up with, so what happens when you mix these 2 secondary colors together? The results of the color depends on which, like I said, colors you use. Some people believe that the colors that these 2 colors create is dark brown. I told you that already. And the links above that, the same thing when you mix orange and green. But there is more to colors when you're mixing secondary or primary colors. That's what I want to leave with this stage. There's more to colors when you mix them together. being a color fanatic, knowing exactly what shade and everything, you could do that. You can work on it, but I don't think that's what this honor is trying to pursue to you. This honor is trying to teach you some of the basics of how to go out and have fun. Color arrangements comes from time, skill, mixing this color with that color. If someone tells you what to mix, you still haven't learned how to do it yourself. And if you haven't learned how to do it yourself, then you're missing the whole purpose. The purpose of these honors coming to you from me is to hopefully give you enough information that you can turn around and you can do an honor or a craft or something in your class at church without having to be an expert, something that makes it simple, easy, and fun. That's what I did with my wife, with craft at the church we had. We had 20, 30 kids a week for 20 years. God blessed us, and these honors are from God. And I believe that if you put God in front of what we do, when you're analyzing color, the beauty of what God created with the skies and the mountains and the grass and just the world itself, it's amazing what colors can do. I know that I wouldn't want to ever be blind. Maybe not able to talk would be good. Sometimes I say the wrong things, but seeing the colors of what God has given to us and the beauty would be such a missing in my life. So be creative, take into account the colors you're going to do. Be ready for stage 8, which we're going to go through some of the designs of what we're going to do. And I look forward to see you there. And if I haven't mentioned, which I think I did, please mark my subscribe button down in the lower right-hand corner, and may God be with you. And I look forward to see you on the next thing. And I think I also wanted to say that this background looks amazing. I created it about 30 years ago. I love it with how sharp the colors were and the creativity. All of us should take a couple of art classes. It helps us to look at life a little different. I haven't given into an art class. I'm not prepared at this moment for art class, even though I've taken it and I've taught it animation and creation with PowerPoint. All those I did for like 10 years in a college. But there's a lot more to it than just a couple hour PowerPoint, a couple hours of honor. So let's be creative. Don't worry about the rules and regulation. Try one color with another color until you got master it, and then you can jump into what we're getting ready to do. So God be with you. See you then. Stage 8's coming soon.